Here are the rules of a contingency table. First, your dependent variable is going to be the rows. Your independent variable is going to form columns, and the percentages need to total to 100% by column. So in this particular case, I'm going to create a contingency table that the rows are how important it is for someone that a woman be elected president in their lifetime. And I'll just use party identification as my independent variable going across the top. So I'll show you how that is done. Okay, so in Stata 17, there's different kind of codes than there used to be in the past. Actually, I'm using Stata 18. So I'm going to walk you through the code that you use that creates this contingency table, following the rules that you should always follow when making a contingency table. So first, I said that my independent variable is going to be my columns, and my dependent variable is going to be my rows. So the first variable here is the row. So I'm going to put in there the variable for how important it is to have a woman president in one's lifetime. And then my independent variable is going to be party ID. And I'm going to just choose one of these party ID variables that they have. Let's final, probably sounds like a good one. This one is going to have party leaners in it. I don't think I need to know if they lean Democrat or not. Now, this one, no totals, means that I don't want it to tell the total on the bottom. Statistics, parentheses, percent means I would like it to tell me the percent. And then across is I'm going to give it the variable where I want it to sum to 100% by that variable. And I told you that I want it to sum across columns, right? But if you put in party ID as your across, it's going to actually do the opposite of what you might think. It'll make it total 100% for party identification. So what you actually do is go across your dependent variable. So I'm going to put that here again, across, and this is going to make it be percentages across my dependent variable for each column. This tells it the number format that I want it to be a percent. And then this tells it that I wanted to put a percent at the end. This 9.2 says give me two decimal places in the percent. And this tells it to put the percent sign there and then show count. So when I go like this, now what I have is I have how important is it to you personally that the United States elect a woman, and I have extremely important by party identification. These actually total up to 100%. I'll show you. If I take out this no totals, you'll see that it'll total to 100% across each of these options, right? So you could keep the total in if you prefer. It doesn't matter to me. But if you go no totals, it won't show you that total of 100%. But now I can see the difference of Republican, Democrat, and independent attitudes, and people identify as some other party. Their attitudes about whether or not a woman should be president. Now, I want to make this publishable quality. So what that means is I have to edit some of this stuff because this doesn't look good. So I'm going to go to tables of frequencies, summaries, commands, and command results. This one right here. And this is going to allow me to edit this table. So if I click on Customize, then it brings up this table builder. And this one, dimension level labels, is the variable names. So if I go Edit Dimension Labels, and I choose this one, the label here is party, right? But I want to say party identification. And I'm going to submit that. And if you look, you'll see that it changed that to party identification. And then I'm going to edit also this dimension label about a woman because that's a really long label there. So woman, president, important. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't know. There might be a better name to call it, but that's what I'm going to call it. And you can see that here, now it says that that's that. Now, this one's fine. Extremely, very, somewhat, not to, not at all. The president's gender doesn't matter. Okay, I'm okay with that. Republican, Democrat, I'm kind of pleased with all of that. I like the way that this looks. I think if I could put this in a publication and it would look good. So when I'm all done editing it, if I wanted to change this, by the way, I could just go edit level labels and I could just choose this one here. Let's just choose one of these to change just so you can see it as an example. And I could just say gender doesn't matter. and I submit that, and you can see it changed that to gender doesn't matter. I can change the title. There's all kinds of things I can change about the table. When I'm done, I just click export, and I would choose to export as a PDF file, and I would probably choose to export it to my desktop, and I could say nice table. That's what I wanted to call it. I save that. I go submit. By the way, Stata is saving these commands as I'm clicking submit. Um, so that would actually run the code again. Right, here's all of the code, and I could save that in my do file if I wanted to. And if I go to the desktop, I can find this file that says nice table. Um, I'll just go here to desktop. Here's my thing that says nice table. And as I open this up, I can see my very nice table. Now, I could either screenshot that and put it into a document, or I could just keep it on my own. I could keep it as a PDF if I wanted to. But that is how you make a professional quality contingency table in Stata.